What do you mean? You ready?
I'm ready.
Hello and welcome to Columbus Local Podcast. I'm Len D'Amico and this is episode number 136. And today it is a great pleasure and actually an honor to have, I'm going to let these guests introduce themselves. How about that? And the purpose of our podcast episode today.
Okay. We're going to talk about Ric Boals. And this is Lori from the Dolphin Lounge.
And Patrick McLaughlin.
Yeah, and he came all the way up from Florida. So tomorrow, Ric passed away. We're going to do a celebration of life at the Dolphin Lounge. Doors open at noon. Family, I'm going to speak. Ric was really part of our family, close with my mom, Nancy. We'll talk. We have music that Patrick has put together, all the legend players, 9 sets going from 1 to 8 tomorrow at the Dolphin. We'll have some of Ric's CDs out that we've kind of dug up and found that you can pick up. We're going to have all kinds of pictures, talk about Ric, talk about his legacy, and we have a food truck. Just a lot of fun.
A lot of fun in honor of Ric
Ric.
Boals.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I kind of wanted to start it out. I'm speaking tomorrow, so I think this kind of covers everything about Ric, and if it doesn't, Patrick has known him a long time, that I think we can talk about stories about Ric, but I know this goes over all over different countries where people don't know who Ric is. So Ric Boals, his middle name P stands for Pearl. He went by Ric Boals, R-I-C Jr. He was born in April 14th of 1952, and he passed away in January of this year, 2026, the 23rd. So Ric was 73 years old. Ric, a man defined by his kindness and his steady rhythm in the Columbus music scene. So tomorrow we're going to honor a man who didn't just play the blues, he lived them with a heart full of love and a spirit laid back as a slow shuffle. Ric Boals was more than a maestro on guitar. He was a mentor, a husband, a father, and a friend who would do anything for anyone. In November of 1984, Ric started something that would change the musical landscape of Columbus forever, and that was the Monday Night Blues Jam at the Dolphin Lounge in Gahanna. For over 42 years, that jam served as a listening room where legends and beginners alike found a stage. Ric didn't just create a weekly event, he built a sanctuary. He was famously supportive of young musicians, offering them a place to find their voice when no other programs existed. Whether it was Ric Boals and the Souls or his international releases of his CDs and his one cassette, his music reached far, but his heart always stayed close to home. Beyond the stage, Ric was a man of deep intellect and various interests, earning a degree in philosophy from Ohio State, a feat that earned him the nickname the Blues Guru. But those who knew him best didn't need a nickname to know Ric's character. He was laid back, he was kind and a loving man who cherished his wife Angie, his daughters, and many grandchildren. He lived with a quiet strength, facing his own challenges with the same steady grace that he brought to his music. Ric was inducted into the Columbus Blues Alliance Hall of Fame in 2019. And this was a well-deserved recognition for a man who kept the blues alive for decades. After that, the Dolphin Lounge was inducted into the Columbus Blues Alliance Hall of Fame 2023, and that's all thanks to Ric Boals. Ric also received a certificate of recognition from the mayor of Gahanna on the 40th anniversary of the longest running blues jam in the United States. And this helps Gahanna to be the home of the best blues in Ohio. Though his physical guitar has gone quiet, The torch that he lit at the Dolphin Lounge continues to burn in every musician he mentored or played with and every friend that he loved. So we are going to say to Ric, rest in peace, and we will keep the jam going for you, and we love you, Ric. Mic drop.
Lori Dolphin, thank you for writing that and expressing that today.
Yeah. So I thought that just kind of gets everything going, and touching base of Ric. I know Patrick was one of our ones. I don't know the story. We were talking about this. I don't know how him and Ric met, but I remember the first time that Patrick got on the stage at the Dolphin Lounge, blues jam, and he was 12 years of age. And he asked my mom, he goes, "Do you care if I bring him in? I've been teaching him guitar lessons." And that was Patrick's first time on the Dolphin Lounge stage.
Yes, indeed.
So Patrick, how did you and Ric meet?
My grandparents, Bill and Linda Rayburn, had a 50s and 60s rock and roll show band called Sugar and Spice and the Studebakers that they started with Ric Boals, Richard Kolb, and countless of other people too. And so I grew up watching them figure things out, even before I knew about music, for me. And from the youngest age that I can think of, I got to watch them rehearse, talk about their songs, sing together. And from there, I learned how to put sets together and play guitar. And eventually I'm writing my own songs too, kind of like Richard Boals did. So that's how I met Ric.
Yeah, so Bill used to come out and he would play harmonica, your grandpa, and then Linda used to sing. And even when we first started the first blues jam, the very first night, there was 6 people on the stage. Well, 6 people in the bar, and they were all on stage. And he said to my mom, he goes, "Nancy, give it a shot and we'll build it." And it did. It ended up where we had to have 2 bartenders, 2 waitresses. In fact, Linda was a waitress with Sue on the floor.
Yep.
And big old Bob at the door. I don't know why we needed a door guy, but
Somebody needed to carry the
cool
equipment.
joint.
I don't know. He kind of
Every cool
intimidated
joint needs
everyone.
Bob.
Yeah, just in case you wanted to mess up. I don't know. But that's how it grew. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. And Ric had a very strict rule up there, and he used to do 5 sets. Do you remember? He used to do 5 sets. He would have the numbers, and he would smack them up on the fireplace. That way, if you came in, you knew what set they were on to sign up. And he left his ego at the door.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
He was welcoming to pretty much everybody.
Right.
I mean, you had to be really somebody special for him not to welcome you in.
Right.
That's a true story. He's always welcoming anyone that wanted to come and learn and play and observe and but also participate. He's an encouraging person.
Yeah.
Even a guy like myself, who's able to eke out music very sparsely, within my life. Still, meeting a guy like Ric was something special.
Yeah. And he would do some of my fun facts about him is in between sets, people would start noodling. And I never understood it. I look at my mom like, why is he kind of yelling it? Like he wouldn't yell, but he'd be like quiet on the set. And I wouldn't really get it. Now I get it. You don't want to hear that. It's, get up there. You don't have to tune the drums for 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We're on a break.
Yeah, we're on a break.
We don't want to hear that right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So to avoid that, he would start reading classified ads out of the other paper, like men meeting women, men meeting other, or he started reading kind of funny things out of the other paper. So other things that I remember, it was always 12-bar blues, which maybe you can elaborate more on that. I don't even know what it means because I don't play music, but it was always 12-bar blues.
Yeah, 12-bar blues is a standard form for that type of music.
Okay.
And I don't think he wanted to have a rock and roll night or have a jazz night or an other night. He wanted to stick to the same thing where the same musicians were on the same level of understanding.
You pull that mic up closer.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
And the thing about the form is that if you know the form, then everybody can play it together.
Okay.
And, if you get good at it, then it starts sounding really good because you can get out of each other's way and know what to do to help the other musician.
Yeah.
You're all playing together instead of one person only playing.
Yeah. And that's what I think is crazy because I'm not a musician, but I listened to a lot of music over the years as a child. Growing up, I've grown up with all these people. And listening to them, I'm like, they sound like they've practiced and played together forever. It's like, how did they get that to jive and sound so good?
And in order to do that, you have to practice.
Or listen?
You have to listen too, but that's part of practicing.
Oh, okay.
It's not just playing the guitar. You have to learn how to listen in order to play the guitar.
And I only remember one time, and I looked at my mom and I'm like, boy, that sounds really off. I go, is it the drummer? Is it the bass player? And Rick stayed really calm. And he goes, after the song, he goes, well, we're going to just end this set and just end this train wreck right now. Like he said it real calmly. But I was even like, what is going on? This something sounds off.
Yeah.
So where did you end up? You ended up playing with Rick.
I think it started really with the playing at the Dolphin the first time. I think that really, he remembers that, right? And as I got better and a little bit older, he asked me to join his band when he recorded the Mystic City Mantras record. I wasn't on that record, but I was about to graduate high school, and I said yes, and he gave me the charts to all the songs.
So was it right after high school you went with him?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, sure did. 1997.
Oh, okay. And where all did you travel to?
Oh man, I'm not going to remember them all, but we went to Florida. We went all through the South. We went to Texas. We went to Virginia Beach. We went to New Mexico, Colorado, and some other ones that I can't recall right now, but we went a pretty good run.
Any good memories or any funny stories you can think of?
Well, the thing about Rick is I learned what not to do, right? He's like, it was never do it this way.
Right.
It's don't do it that way, So I had to learn like everybody else, sort of like a jam session.
Yeah.
Do it this way, not that way,
So what CDs, because Rick ended up doing, we were just trying to go through the order of them. He did his first one, White Man Burden, which was a cassette. Then we were going through 6 other CDs. The last one was Live at the Dolphin. So how many of those you just weren't on the first one?
No, I wasn't on the first CD. We toured for that CD.
Okay.
And then once we had a break, we recorded Pieces from the Eclipse, and we toured on that one. And then I'm going to have to look at the list.
Do you need to see the list? Okay.
Lily's hiding all of the answers to the test.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
She's got all the answers, and she's trying to see if...
Pieces from the Eclipse. Now, where I don't remember is which one of these two came first. And we did an acoustic record called On a Different Path, one called Access Denied. And Rick actually worked with another producer in California and made a record called That's the Truth. And then it all culminated to the Live at Dolphin. On a Different Path, the thing about Rick too is it wasn't just 12-bar blues only. He was writing songs. he played in a lot of different kinds of bands that played a lot of different kinds of music for a lot of years prior to the Dolphin. And all those things kind of meld together, and it still sounds like blues because it sounds like him.
Right.
Right? If B.B. King did a soul song, it still kind of sounds like blues because it's B.B. King.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And a lot of what I learned is how to structure songs, how to play behind him, more so than playing lead guitar. And the key is to learn how to play rhythm guitar for somebody else, which is more important than wailing away.
Is that harder to play rhythm behind somebody, you think?
I don't know, because I learned how pretty quickly and pretty early. Sometimes it's hard to teach that.
Yeah.
And you have to learn it by just doing it and listening.
So on his one CD, On a Different Path, wasn't that the one when he was down in Colorado?
I think it was New Mexico.
New Mexico. Okay, because it's all the pictures on the front of his CD. And wasn't that one more acoustic, a little bit different?
Yeah. He wanted to change something up. He didn't. You don't want everything to sound the same.
Yeah.
When you write songs or make records, you don't want to always sound the same. Basically, I don't know how what other kind of way to say it.
Right.
So you want to surprise somebody.
Yeah.
You know, oh wow, that's him. Oh, cool. That's not what I expected.
Yeah.
And but we tried something new, and I got to play a lot of slide guitar on that.
Yeah. I remember listening to it, and I really liked it, but it was definitely something different than what I would expect from Rick, but I really liked it, though.
Yeah.
And then That's the Truth was before Live at the Dolphin.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I was getting them all mixed up in order, but Patrick straightened me out.
Some of those songs from That's the Truth he played on Live at the Dolphin.
Okay.
And I don't recall right offhand which ones they were, but...
There's a party going on.
Yeah. I got to be on that song.
Yeah.
I was in the studio for that one. Yep.
So Tom on Monday night plays a lot of the blues CDs, and he's been playing Rick's a lot. And for some reason, it's always, there's a party going on song of Rick's. So, Len, where did you find That's the Truth? Because you can actually find that CD out there.
When I take a picture that I want to post on Instagram, for example, I'll many times attach a song to that. So when you make a post on many of these social media apps these days, including Instagram, I searched for Ric Boals, and that particular album's tracks came up as options to attach music to behind a post.
So that was his only CD that he could find.
Well, that was for that purpose, right?
Right.
But I don't know if he's got a CD Baby or if he's out there on
I was
Reverb
looking
Nation,
too,
maybe.
And there used to be some stuff, but I don't know what happened in who had it to begin with to put it out there.
Yeah.
That sounds. I just don't have an answer for that.
Yeah. Yeah. We probably maybe we can Google, Lori.
Yeah.
And find some of those that you're trying to reference.
Well, I just thought if anyone wanted to listen to
Yeah.
Rick's music, I know we at least have one CD that is out there that you can listen to.
Yeah.
I know I will have the CD Access Denied and Live at the Dolphin. So Rick gave me 2 boxes when we did our 40th anniversary. And at the time we were selling them for $5, and then the money goes to Blues Alliance. And a lot of people are like, I don't have a CD player. How am I going to play this, But now I bet they'll find a CD player. So we'll have those available tomorrow for everybody. And Rick grew up in Gahanna. He went to Gahanna High School. I don't know if a lot of people know that. He spelled his name R-I-C, not R-I-C-K. So anyone who's writing on Facebook, please correct that for Rick. When I did talk to Stephanie, and she told me Rick passed. And so I was going to put something on Facebook, and I was a little lost for words of putting, because it's close to my heart, of putting something on Facebook about Rick. But everybody commented, and there were so many nice comments, and I didn't go back through. There were so many. I didn't go back through and just check how you normally, like, you read it and you like it, or comment, because I think we were lost for words. I know his daughters were also, but I just want everyone to know that we read every comment. And any link or anything that people put to me or the Dolphin Lounge. And Rick was loved. Everyone loved Rick. So the comments of, I came out to the Dolphin and I got up on stage, and then, I was going to give up guitar, but you kept me going, and I played for another 40 years.
And I'd like to add to that we only have so much time on Sunday. So Monday night, I'm going to co-host, and we're going to have kind of an after party for Rick, for anybody who wants to come out that doesn't play Sunday.
And that'll be from 7 p.m. to 11. We'll still do our 4 sets. And if you don't get to talk tomorrow, because we are very limited on time, and everyone is taking their own time to come in, and I don't know how Patrick even organized this out of 9 sets and players, and we're getting, the back line, and, it all comes together, and then it falls apart after you get off the airplane. Then we're putting it back together right before the podcast. We're taking phone calls, but we're making it work. So if everybody can just be happy and do the celebration of life for Rick. And the family's going to be there also. It's first come, first serve of seating. You have empty seats. Just invite people to sit with you. It's going to be a good time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
But Monday, you can speak a little bit more. I think it'll be a little more laid back with it. One thing I wanted to talk about is our black velvet on the wall of Ric Boals. So as you go to the restrooms in the Dolphin, if you've never been in, those big paintings that you probably find at garage sales
They're
now.
admired every time you walk.
They're
by.
admired, yeah. They're on the wall. So my mom always had Elvis and John Wayne on the wall. So the big joke was, Rick, when you've made it big, you're going to be on that velvet in between the Duke and Elvis. So Leonard, our sound guy, paid Debbie, who was an artist, $400 to paint Ric Boals on this black velvet. She said it was the hardest thing she's ever done. It's amazing what she did. It looks just like him if you know him. And then she found a frame at a garage sale for $5. And to this day, it's still hanging on the wall between Elvis and John Wayne. But the funny thing is, when people come in, they're like, who's in the middle? Is that, they go, is that Sam Kennison? I'm like, no.
That's Velvet Ric Boals.
That's Rick on Velvet. So I'm like, no, that's Ric
with a
Boals.
C now.
Yeah, that's R-I-C. Spell it right. So whenever Rick would come in, I'm like, come here, Rick. I go, come here. And so my favorite picture of him that I do have on Facebook is he's standing next to it, and I'm like, every time I would pull him over, and I'm like, stand by this painting because no one believes it's you. So he would stand and like point to it. So those are some of my favorite photos. That and him and my mom that I have on there, and she's got a Santa hat on. That's another one of my favorite pictures.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
I'm going to include it in the little media packet that goes on Instagram.
I know. Yeah.
Because
It's
you
kind of
sent it to
faded a
me.
little bit. Yeah.
It's all right. It looks great.
She used to have a light on it, so I don't know if, how like the Mona Lisa, they didn't want it to fade, so they put it under, maybe I should put it under glass so it doesn't fade or something.
Let's not let that one fade.
Yeah, it can't fade.
I mean, Elvis will never fade.
Right. So can you think of any other fun facts about Rick?
Fun facts.
I know.
Fun facts. Well, like I said, he played in a lot of different bands. They played a lot of different kinds of music. Country, he had 50s, 60s rock and roll. He knew a lot of songs. And if you'd ever seen him play acoustic by himself, he'd lay on some old 60s stuff for you,
He
too.
really had a great repertoire of stuff.
Very, very rounded. He could hold his own with a jazz group, too. Real big on chord changes, and making sure that you knew if you played the wrong chord.
A minor 7.
Not
A minor 7.
Yeah. Don't do it that way. Yeah, definitely.
A great instructor. A great mentor.
Correct. Yes.
Great mentor.
So you took lessons from Ric
Yeah, when I was a boy.
for a long time?
I don't really remember exactly how long.
Right.
Because I started to play like on my own as soon as I had some basics, and it just grew into that, and I was influenced by a lot of different music too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just play 12-bar blues, and I can hear him saying this sort of thing to me, not that he said this at all, this is me saying my Rick-ism here. If you just play 12-bar blues, it's all going to sound the same. Right?
Okay.
If you add little bits of this or add little bits of that. One of my favorite things that he said to me about singing was, if you're going to play Mustang Sally or something like that, don't sing it like Wilson Pickett sang it. Sing it like Wilson Pickett sang this other song. Just try to get the influence and get the whole of whatever the artist was, or and switch it around. But make it your own, and that's how you make your own voice.
And it's funny, that reminds me of something. So my favorite song that Ric would sing is Summertime.
Yeah.
That was my favorite song. So actually I was texting Sean Booker and I'm like, will you sing that song? That was my favorite song that Ric, and he had his own little twist with his little raspy voice of singing it. But I love that.
Yeah. I just might do my version of Mustang Sally.
Oh, okay.
Just for this
No,
reason.
Patrick,
and
you're
it
piquing my
was
interest now,
requested.
man.
It was requested, by the way.
Mustang
piquing-
Sally?
you're
By a
piquing
very
my
important
interest.
person, yes.
Is it gonna be like, a fast rambler, or is it gonna be slow and stanky?
Oh man, it'll be just like the record.
Just like the record.
You'll have to come and find out.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was working like every Monday, and I could even, like, it would be 3 notes, and I could name that song just because I heard the music so much.
That's
I mean,
so cool.
but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I never got bored with it. Grew up with all these legends that are now playing that'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah. And we're lucky to have them all. And everybody was very generous, and everyone pretty much said, anything you need me to do. You need me to carry in amps? Do you need me to move stuff around between sets?
Oh, that's nice.
Can we, want to do more? And so I'm grateful for that. Even though it is a hard job, a lot of it kind of fell together on
It
its own.
did, yeah.
And it's all rallied around Ric. So.
And Ric, I would watch him play guitar up there, and he made it look easy.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't have to be complicated, and that's the thing.
right.
That's what you have to learn when you're at the jam, and that's what he taught, not just me, but a lot of other people. And you're going to see those people, a lot of those people tomorrow too.
Yeah, that are still playing. Absolutely. You think of any other good stories about Ric? I'm putting you on the spot
Put me on
here.
the spot.
There'll be a lot tomorrow too, and the next day.
There will.
Yeah. You're going to hear stories that even I haven't heard, and some of those people that already knew each other for years, they're probably going to tell stories that they didn't know about
Right.
each other. So I think you just have to stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I think we'll hear a lot on Sunday and Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the doors will open at noon tomorrow. Everyone come on out. Anytime you walk in, Patrick, thank you for organizing 9 sets of music. And we first had it 1 to 6. I'm like, I think we need to move the time to 1 to 8.
I learned the organization part from Rick and my grandparents on how they ran their band.
That's awesome.
And so
yeah,
that's what I still do.
Yeah. Tom Simicato is putting together all the pictures, so if you still have pictures to send out or videos, we'll get that sent out. I don't know. Rick was close to my mom, so I was sharing. I don't like to talk about myself that much, but one thing, he was close with my mom. So Rick was very grounded, and I needed that when I found out my mom had cancer. So Rick was my first phone call. I needed to talk to him. I wanted to talk to Doc Lyons. He was very grounded and had some good sound advice. He was my first phone call when I thought, let's do a get well party for my mom. Rick, get everyone together. We'll have a big party. Let's get mom well. He also was my first phone call when my mom went into hospice, letting him know that she took a turn for the worse. And then also, as my mom and I planned her funeral as she was going down and declining, he was my first phone call because I wanted him to speak at the funeral because I didn't think I could. And if anyone who knows Rick loves to talk and talk and talk
Mm-hmm.
and talk and talk. So yeah. And so he got up and talked and played. And yeah, he made it a very memorable event. So we would like to do that for him tomorrow.
When we were doing the 40th anniversary, I called Rick and I said, Rick, do you want to try to sing something? Just trying to egg him on a little bit. He's like, no. I said, do you want to try to play something? Are you sure? He's no. And I said, well, I'm going to do a bunch of your songs. And he thought about it for a minute, silence, from the man who likes to talk, right?
Right.
And he goes, well, cool, man. And I said, okay, I'll see you when I see you, you know.
And then he sat in front of you as you
Then he
played
sat
him.
in front of me.
The pressure's
No,
on.
no pressure.
Every one of us was terrified. We were terrified, and nobody was looking him in the eye when we were doing it, you know.
Right.
Just, oh, God, is he going to hate it?
I'm sure he loved it. Sure he's still loving it.
No, it's just funny that way. You know, I didn't know about that. You know, did he like it or did he not? I don't know.
Right.
So, the man of few words about that subject.
Yeah.
So,
If you get Rick silent, something's wrong, right? He's thinking.
that's what I'm thinking.
He's thinking. Yeah. And he always had good sound advice, very logical, nice,
And
calm
caring,
demeanor.
because it came from a caring place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, very thoughtful person. So, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say, Patrick?
Well, yeah, about being thoughtful and caring. You know, he always wanted us to succeed.
Yeah.
Whether it was me or anybody else that crossed his path, you know, he wanted everyone to succeed. He didn't want to see anybody fail. So I think that says a lot about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like that showed on stage where he put his ego aside. And I remember even some players he'd point to, and some of the newer guitar guys always stood like on the dance floor because like they were like, "Oh, don't point to me for a solo." And then slowly over the years they would move on stage, and then he would point to them.
Then they get a little bit closer every week.
A little closer to Rick. Right,
You know?
right. You know, and actually Patrick would get up and
Very
play
powerful.
and never sing. There used to be a time you didn't sing, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden Patrick's up there singing. I'm like, oh, he can sing.
He
Yeah.
actually made me sing when we were on the road because he didn't want to sing every song every night.
Yeah.
So he made me sing one or two. Yeah.
Nice.
And then from there, I got a little more confident about it, and so it went from there. But that's the same as playing guitar.
Yeah.
You know, oh, if try playing this song, you know, okay, now try this one. But you still got to practice both of them,
Yeah.
right? And then on and on and on and on, and then before you know it, you're doing it,
Right.
and you don't have to think about it too much, you know.
So I don't know all the other bands that Rick was in. I remember when he started to do a Tuesday night country band because my mom goes, he's hanging up his beret to put on a cowboy hat. I got to see this. I'm like, okay.
He had a band called Buckskin.
That was the country band?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And Lacey Wright from that band is going to be there, and I think maybe a couple of other people too.
Nice.
I don't remember exactly when, but I have seen the photo. I have seen the promo pic, and
Okay.
it'll be
Nice.
there in some way, shape, or form, and also a ton of other pictures from other bands, from other really close friends of his, and some of these people are going to be there tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow on Sunday.
Do you know some of the other names of the bands?
I know there was one called Golden Grove.
Okay. Yeah, I probably should have researched
Yeah,
this.
I'd left my phone in the other room, or I'd look at the pictures.
Right.
But yeah, there's just countless. Paradise Island. Some of those.
yeah,
Sean Booker was in Paradise Island.
And didn't he even
So-
play with Paul Clark?
Mm-hmm. Paul Clark.
Paul Clark. Okay.
Yeah. Rod Cave. He played with Rod Cave, who's going to be there tomorrow.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of all the names.
I know if we're leaving you out, we're sorry.
yeah.
We
It's
should have
hard.
researched
I've
it.
had a bombardment here lately
Right.
of information, and some things that I knew and some things that I forgot.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot I knew it. And I was like, wow, I haven't seen that picture in a long time, you know. And so it's going to be a good thing tomorrow.
Yeah. Good celebration of life for Rick.
It will be. And the two of yous have been working very hard for this event. Coming up on the 22nd and 23rd, right, of February.
It's the 20.
20.
Well, yeah, because it'll be Monday also. You're correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll Sunday.
The 22nd.
Yeah, doors open at noon. It'll be from 1 to 8. We have a food truck. They have amazing food, anything from snacks to sandwiches. They'll be there majority of the day. We have good old spirits for you to drink. Yeah. And then Monday we'll do the regular blues jam, 7 to 11.
Yep.
Come in early,
I'll be there
stay
to
late.
co-host, and,
Yeah.
and anybody who wants to talk about Rick with me or just in general on stage and play with some of us, you know, who aren't taking part on stage Sunday, feel free to come and see me on Monday.
Yeah, and again, we had 9 sets. So many people have played with Rick. So many people love Rick. So many people want to get up and talk, and we only have a limited time. So I know Patrick had to tell some people no. I know the daughters wanted certain people up there. So we've just been trying to work it around.
Yeah.
So
It's not
it'll be
easy.
a nice, positive event. So if you didn't get a chance to get up Sunday, please come out Monday, and let's talk about Rick
Continue.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Rick and make it fun.
Good idea.
If we could get everybody, we'd be there for 2 weeks,
Oh, everyone that
7
knows
days
Rick.
a week.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we hope that you join us, and I think it's going to be a real cool thing. So,
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I have a professional photographer coming out. If you do come, please take pictures. Please tag me in it. Tag Patrick or the Dolphin Lounge. Take videos. It's definitely going to be a day to remember.
Well stated, my friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
And
thank
Lori,
you,
no,
Len.
now Lori's. I love. Were you an A student?
I was the class clown, actually.
The class clown.
That doesn't like to talk about
I'm thoroughly
herself.
impressed with your level of preparation.
Right.
And you follow the agenda. You're punctual. And when you're done, man, you're freaking done. She's like, she looks over at me and that's it. She shrugs her shoulders.
I'm
Like
out of
it's
fun
like
facts.
She's throwing in the towel. That's it. Wrap it up, Leonard.
Unless you
gonna
have
wrap
something
it up.
else, Patrick.
Oh, I don't know. I've had too much information, and I knew most of it in the
a
first
lot.
place. And,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, you're such a wonderful witness to Rick. You know, it's Patrick. So thanks for making the time.
Well, thank you for having me.
And a shout out to Peter Horvath, right? Who's I think it'll be loaning some vintage gear.
Yes, I don't
for
fly with
yourself.
gear, so I had to arrange for.
And I know he's a big admirer of you and the music of the Blues Jam too. So I'm sure he's really happy.
Well-
Knowing Peter,
And he was a
He's an
player.
icon.
And he's been a player for
too.
years.
Yep.
So,
I've never been able to play with him, but I'd love to do that sometime.
but I'll tell you, Peter is one of the perfect examples. He used to be on the stage, or not on the stage, on the dance floor. And he would play. And then he moved up. So he's my one I would always think about. Then all of a sudden he'd be on the stage. Then finally Rick would point to him.
It's confidence
Oh,
building.
absolutely.
And Rick knows how to do that. And Peter's such an accomplished human being.
Yeah.
You know, and this is an area of his life who he's been able to, I think, spend even less time than I have personally. And I haven't been able to spend a lot of time with music as much as I love it. But I know he's the same way. He's wrapped up in corporate America and his life is sucked up into that. But he has a love for music and I know how he feels. But, you know, for him to be able to contribute, I'm sure is huge. And I don't want to speak for him, but I'm just grateful for people in Columbus, Ohio, that are
Yes.
willing to do something like that, help a little bit, just out of gracious, you know, camaraderie and thankfulness.
And that speaks directly to Rick. You know.
Yep,
Yep.
it sure does.
Well, and like you said, with this being a celebration of life, everyone is like, how can I help?
Exactly.
Can I help you set up, Lori? Can I help you do this? How can I help? So everyone's kind of helped in their own little way, whether you're playing or coming out.
Just supporting the family.
Supporting
and
the
friends.
family, absolutely.
And saying
it's
hi to
wonderful.
one another and
Yeah.
talk about maybe the next time you might play together.
Such
Yeah.
Talk about,
gratitude.
you know, the times you have.
Give that person a hug, and it'll be good closure tomorrow.
And give Patrick a hug too. Putting together a jam like this is not an easy task.
I don't know. He kept telling me, I've got this and
He's
that.
so
I'm like,
popular.
whatever you do is fine.
So popular.
Whatever. Yeah. That's a lot. Getting a lot of
It's a lot.
all the people to work together and the ones that played together.
Yeah.
Try to be mindful of the cause and just you know
Right.
the spirit of helpfulness and you know
Everyone that's there
Being grateful.
is for a reason.
Yeah.
For a specific reason. And there's other reasons too, but we're gonna have to talk about them on Monday. So
there
Well,
you
we'll
go.
have more time to talk
Yeah.
on Monday.
There
So
it is.
so you want to ramble on a little bit about Rick? We have more time on Monday. That way we're not there till midnight tomorrow, right?
yes, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah, we're ready.
Well, thanks for coming back to Columbus, Patrick, for everything too.
Yeah. He's a little jet lagged.
A little bit.
A little bit.
All right, Lori Dolphin's giving me that look.
What am I giving you the look?
Wrap it up.
No. You can talk
We're
all day,
done. It's all
Len.
good. No, I'm glad you guys were able to do this today, and you know, good luck with everything the next couple of days. And that's the spirit of episode number 136. What a tribute! Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Richard P. Boals Jr.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.